What's happening, y'all, and welcome. This is episode 32 of the Creatia Conversation. I am your host, the self-knighted Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, a.k.a. the Dragon King, a.k.a. Big T, a.k.a. T Money, a.k.a. Sweet T, a.k.a. Black Merlin, a.k.a. the HNIC. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
And Jonny Jums, Grutzius.
Hi.
How you doing, kids?
I'm all right. We're still on lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. But, gotta do what we gotta do. We'll be all right.
It's like day 46.
I actually trimmed my beard.
Be all
for
right.
this. My beard is I trimmed my beard for this. It was scraggly and itchy, and I looked bad.
I mean, you still do.
But not as bad.
It would have added to the effect of the fact that we are on lockdown.
Exactly. Just lean in, man.
And
lean all the way in.
Nuts, man. It was too itchy.
It was itchy?
Too itchy, man.
Oh, that's different. If it starts to itch, that's different.
I got a skin disease, so like my shit gets all itchy and scabby, and like it's called seborrheic dermatitis. I've talked about it before, Mara. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
No, like when you say skin disease, like that just.
It's called seborrheic dermatitis.
I was gonna make an STG joke, and then he he kept going, so I didn't have time to throw it in.
That's right. No, it's just like eczema type shit. Like eczema is a type of seborrheic dermatitis, and I got it. When my beard gets too long, it starts to like scab up under the beard. And I have like lotions and shampoos that I have to use every day. And creams.
So you have face herpes.
No, but if that's what you want to call it, sure.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's not contagious. It's a genetic thing.
That's what they all say.
It comes out during a time of stress, and it came out for me when I was dating this girl, Lauren, who was fucking just bad news. And she made me go gray, and then it's a time of stress, and I went gray, and I developed seborrheic dermatitis because of her.
I mean, girlfriends / boyfriends who are bad news do tend to give you herpes. So,
face herpes. All right, it's above the neck. Okay.
His dick still works.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's
just as bad as it's always been.
Oh man. So, what you guys watching these days? What you playing these days? What's going on?
Can I go first?
Sure.
I'm going first.
You can go first. You can go first.
Oh my God, calm down, bitch.
Yes. So I started playing Diablo again. Diablo 3. It's been fun. But I'm still playing the same games, StarCraft, League of Legends for the computer, Rocket League, Gears of War 5, and Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and now Diablo. But the thing is,
you've been playing Warzone?
I got a victory, it was cool, but like the game just didn't do it for me. I still play the Black Ops mode on Black Ops 4, which is 100 people. Mm-hmm. It's more fun. It's smoother. Anyways, I got my girlfriend into Diablo 3. So she's playing video games now. I'm trying to get her to become a gamer like me.
Bring her along slowly. I feel you.
So it started with Mario Kart and Mario Party, and now we're on Diablo.
Did you say Mario Kart?
Yeah, Mario
escalation.
Kart.
On what?
GameCube.
Oh, never mind. I'm about to say she got it on Switch. I'm like, let's rumble.
My brothers have it. I've played it on Switch. That shit's fun as fuck.
It is. I'm gonna have to get their friend code so I can whoop their ass too.
I want to get a Switch. They have like all these bundles for it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one for us. I got my. They're
all sold out all over the place right now. So good luck finding one.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, GameStop just sold.
Figure it out.
Now I'm telling everyone, but GameStop had just restocked up on them.
They'll be gone in a week.
But anyways, television shows wise, I still gotta watch the finale of Dave, but Dave's been wonderful. I loved it a lot.
Yep. Agreed.
I watched Fleabag both seasons. It's a show on Amazon Prime, pretty much about a woman who just like speaks her mind, does what she wants. It's fun, and she talks to she breaks the fourth wall a lot. She'll say something to the camera, but it was fucking fantastic. I love it. It was really funny. It took me a couple episodes before I was like, okay, like to get into the humor because it's British, you know. So that was a good show. What the fuck else have I been watching? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of movies. Every night we've been doing a movie night. So the newest movie I watched was Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Okay.
On I think Hulu.
What's that about?
Is a French film. So I was not, when Caroline picked it, I was like, fuck, you know. I was like, whatever. It's her choice. She gets to pick the movie. It's a French film, so subtitles and whatnot, which I don't mind. I watch everything with subtitles. But it's about a woman who is brought in to draw a portrait of this rich woman who's supposed to be married off to this guy, right? Like somewhere like in Italy or some shit. Like, and she doesn't want to do it. And if the portrait isn't good enough, he's not going to marry her. But then the woman ends up, and the other one ends up turning into like a lesbian love story. But it was surprisingly good. Like I fucking really enjoyed it. Like it was not my kind of movie that I usually would watch. But it was good. But I mean, and then I've been showing her a bunch of classics. We watched all the Batmans. She never watched Batman Begins or Dark Knight or anything, so she watched those.
I mean, well, what about Batman and Robin though? Like you gotta.
That's the only one she had seen, and she was like, I don't know, I don't really like Batman. She's like, Batman kind of sucks.
Whoa.
I was just like, which one did you watch? She's like, the one with Uma Thurman, and I was like, oh my god, you watched literally the only one that nobody talks about. Like even Batman Forever had its moments.
Exactly, because you know it still has some Jim Carrey shit. It was like that was a good Riddler right there. Like,
it was a great Riddler. I mean, nobody else could have done the Riddler the way he did it, but that was all she had. So I was like, no,
chill.
But then we're gonna watch Batman and Batman Returns, and she's a fan of everybody chill. Oh, dude, that movie.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Oh my god, that movie's so bad, but I love it though. Like it's one of those things. Like this is so terrible. I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah, that movie had bat nipples, man. It was ridiculous.
Oh yes, the bat nipples. The bat nipples.
Yeah, but we've been just watching a bunch of movies. It's been nothing. I'm sure at some point through the podcast I'll think of other shows that we've watched, but that's all I got for now.
How about you, Sharknado?
I've watched my bills pile up. I'm joking.
Yeah.
What have I been watching? Well, I know within the past month, you and I have done a watch along for some stand-ups. We also watched that King and Bear show, Black AF.
Oh, you're breaking up. Hold on. I'm losing you. Hold on.
You can't lose me. I'm unlosable.
All right, you're back. Go ahead. What were you saying?
What was the last thing you heard?
Start over.
We've been watching #BlackAF.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was funnier than I expected it to be.
Yeah, because like it kind of just reminds me of like a more vulgar version of his show Blackish. Because essentially that's kind of what it is. Mm-hmm.
But in the format of The Office. Yeah.
And then like The Office meets like the Kardashians or something like that or whatever. Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, that's actually surprisingly very accurate. So that was good. I knew that. What else have I watched? I don't think I watched anything new. I've been watching just like I gotta watch season 3. I haven't watched a lot of anything except for like the DC stuff.
Okay. Been playing anything?
Yes. I bought the DLC finally for Spider-Man.
Finally, yes. Cool.
So I had to bribe some people to get the disc back because I was not paying for the full game.
But you got it back, so it's fine.
Yes. So now I am on chapter 2, which I actually hope to start.
That's the Hammerhead part, right?
Is this the PS4 one?
Yeah.
Yes. Is this the what?
That's the Hammerhead part, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because the third one is Sable. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I enjoyed one with Black Cat so far. I think I even told you this. Like it went by. I got through it a lot faster than I had anticipated. But I mean, you explained to me it's a DLC, not a full game. But I enjoyed it. It gave me enough to do where I was still able to enjoy the game.
John, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Black Cat or Mary Jane?
From the game?
Yeah, we're talking like
or just like
animated
in the universe?
series or like the universe.
In general, if you're Peter Parker, do you want Black Cat or do you want Mary Jane?
Well, I mean, Black Cat, but Mary Jane would be. I like the one from the new Peter Parker one. I think if it was that one, because she's so funny.
Well, that's not Mary Jane.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's like the Mary Jane love interest.
Are you talking about Zendaya?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you say her name?
Zendaya.
She's dope.
She is. But I'm talking like in comics in general, like even in the cartoons and the video games and all that. Mary Jane Watson or Black Cat.
I don't know. I'm also particular to redheads. Like my girlfriend's a redhead, so.
Interesting.
But probably Black Cat.
But I've always been one to be like, yo, he really should be with Black Cat. Like
I feel like I mean I don't know much about Black Cat outside of her persona of Black Cat. I feel like Peter would be with Mary Jane, but I feel like Spider-Man would be with Black Cat.
It's true, but unfortunately they're the same person. So, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So if given the choice, see to me, I've always been a Black Cat person because to me it's just like
she's sneaky.
It's not even just that. It's just like the kind of life he lives, you know, he can be with somebody like Black Cat because she can take care of herself. You know what I mean?
True.
And on top of that, you know, being with Black Cat is fun. It's exciting. You never know what's going to happen. You know, she might whoop your ass one day, but then she'll help you save the world the next day. You know, or you can go on grand adventures with her because she done got herself into some trouble, so you're going to help her out. She might get you killed, but you're going to have fun while it happens. You'll never be bored. But yeah, so that's it.
I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm playing. I'm about to subscribe to PlayStation Now so I can finish all the Batmans because my discs have gone missing.
Okay. Well, me, I started finally playing all the Uncharted games. Figure, you know, I got time now, so I've played through 1 through 3. I've gotten through those, but when I finished those,
I did get those. I just didn't download them.
Once I finished those, I started Final Fantasy VII.
He was waving at you.
Yeah, I started playing the Final Fantasy VII remake. John.
Yeah, I know.
The game is so fucking dope.
Yeah, I know.
It's just.
I loved the original for PlayStation.
I do too.
I know I'm gonna love the remake.
Yes,
and I'm sure it's everything you've ever wanted.
It's everything you ever wanted the original to be. Yes.
I know.
Unfortunately, though, you got the wrong console, so you know.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Matt's gonna eventually beat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then you got to take his PlayStation, and you gotta, you know.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think he did beat it. I think he said he just beat it.
John?
Yeah, I got everything but Switch and PS4. Well, and PS3. I still have PS1 and PS2.
So none of the good ones. So
I have so many TikToks to send you now, John. But keep going.
But yeah, so I've Uncharted 1 through 3 and Final Fantasy VII. I'm in the middle of that. But John, guess what just came out today? Do you remember a little series on the Sega Genesis called Streets of Rage?
Oh yeah,
Streets of Rage 4 just came out today, sir.
Seriously? What's it on? PS4?
Everything, bro.
Or it's on everything?
It's on everything.
So I could go on the store and get it?
You can go on the store and get it.
Streets of Rage was the shit.
It was. Streets of Rage 4. I played it back in January at PAX. So let me tell you, it feels great. So
is it the same like arcade style?
Oh yeah. They
dude.
didn't fuck with that. It's a beat 'em up.
That's so dope. Dude, Streets of Rage was fucking amazing.
Yeah, man.
I 100% remember that. My cousin Jimmy had it. And me and my brothers would play it when we would go over there for Christmas and Thanksgiving and shit.
Yeah. It's a ridiculous story where you just walk through the streets and just whoop everybody's ass. There's there's a
Yeah,
box
you
of
just
kangaroo and the
beat
dude's
ass.
on skates
Yeah.
that jumps on your shoulders and punches you in the head. It's just
Shit's great.
yeah, it's great. So that's what I've been playing.
How much was it?
Oh no, I think it's 30.
I was thinking, was it like one of the $30 games?
Yeah, I think it's 30.
It shouldn't be
I don't know
more,
that
man.
for a fact, but I think it's 30.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Predator Hunting Grounds also just came
Got
out.
that unemployment money, baby.
John, shut up.
Getting that $30 game. I'm gonna get Peloton.
But yeah,
You and this Peloton. You were so excited for it.
Yeah, my stimulus check. I got that Peloton. It's on the way.
Dude's been talking about it all fucking week.
it's ridiculous.
Peloton.
What if I actually got it? One of my friends from high school commented on there, and she said, I tried, it started with an E, some other bike, and she's like, so I'm definitely going to get that Peloton next. And I was like, I didn't even reply, because I was like, is she being sarcastic?
Probably
Or like,
not.
I feel like she's being serious. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on that white people shit.
I think she voted for Trump, so like, I just assumed she was serious.
Yeah.
So I didn't respond. I didn't know what to say.
Mm-hmm. It's best not to.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm gonna just pretend I didn't see this and just
Yeah.
keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah.
Like everyone else's comment, just skip over that.
like not acknowledging you.
Yeah.
So as far as what I've been watching, I just rewatched all of Black Sails.
Wow.
From start to finish. Still great. Fucking awesome show. John, have you ever seen that? I don't think you have.
I am not.
You should.
I meant to watch it when it
really
first
good.
came out, like 6 years ago, whenever it was.
You absolutely should. It's on Hulu now.
It's all on Hulu?
Yeah.
How many seasons?
4.
5, 4.
4? Okay, I'm gonna that and then The Witcher are my next 2 shows.
Ooh, The
I'm
Witcher
gonna
is
watch.
so good.
Yeah, The Witcher is
Yeah,
great
I
too.
know.
But yeah,
I played the games, so like I'm super stoked that they finally made something good related to video game. Well, I guess the video game is based off a book, but
yeah.
still.
But yeah, it was
It's a show based off the video game based off the book.
well,
Don't know why they had to
the
do
show
that.
is more on the books than the video games, but yeah.
Yes.
But it looks more like what the video game presented. So it's just they combined it kind of, but yeah, the stories are more based on the books. What was I saying? Oh, Black Sails. So I was watching Black Sails and watch it all, and I get to the 4th season, get a couple episodes in, and I'm in there, I realize, wait, I don't think I've seen this. Wait, did I not finish this the first time? And I realized, like, oh shit, I never finished watching this show. I'm
That's
like,
hilarious.
oh snap! So I'm watching it. It was all new shit again. I'm like, oh wow, and it was great.
It's fun.
It was great. I was
Yeah.
so
Was the last season, did it like do the whole thing justice?
It did. It actually did.
Okay,
It
that's
actually
good. Because I really don't like when a show just.
Yeah, they actually did
You know.
stick the landing. They did.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Also, The Last Kingdom, their new season just started, like popped back up on Netflix. So I've watched a couple of those episodes. I'm not all the way in it yet. And then Westworld is still going. Finale is this Sunday.
That's crazy.
What?
Damn, I didn't even start it.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode. You know, it's kind of crazy. It sucks because like we weren't originally able to do it, and then the world went like, nah, fuck that, stay home.
Yeah, and then we were fully
And
able
we
to,
still
but it was just
we still didn't do it.
I was just hoping he wouldn't bring it up so I didn't have to do it.
I mean, at that point, it was too late. It was just like we were already
Right.
like multiple episodes in. Like I'm not.
They were
gonna-
3 weeks in already by the
Yeah,
time
yeah, I
they were
wasn't
just
gonna
like,
bother.
nah, you got. But like, I kept thinking, every time, like every week that has gone by, I kept thinking about that, and I was like, yo, Westworld's still playing, and I'm still home,
Mhm.
and I was like, I'm not bringing it up till the last week.
That's too funny.
Fuck around. He may just be like, you know what? Let's start now. Everyone
season
watch.
cap. Watch the whole thing. Doing a season cap.
Nah, not
And
worth
that
it.
could be a cute little one-off. We could just do like a quick, like, this is what I thought, and I'll just piece it together.
No, I no longer care what y'all think of it. So
Okay.
That's fine.
I also just watched Endgame again the other day, and it was just still so beautiful. I still, like cheered like a motherfucking idiot when Cap picked up Mjolnir. I still, lost my shit when, Sam said on your left. It was just, shed a single thug tear when Iron Man died. Just Tony's down. Just
spoilers.
Yeah. I
If you
spoiled the
haven't
fuck
watched-
out of it.
if
If you haven't seen Endgame by now, yeah.
If you
If
haven't
somehow a
watched-
year later you haven't seen Endgame and you care,
seen the biggest movie of the fucking decade and you still haven't seen it?
That's of the millennium. Are you kidding me? That yeah. When
box
I saw
office
that
record,
shit,
sir.
I hadn't had chills like that in a long time. Probably
Mhm.
since like I saw the Lord of the Rings trilogy in movies, of just like everything coming together, and I was just like, dude, when he said on your left and then all that shit came out,
they
I
all
was just
opened up.
like,
Everybody
bro.
starts coming through. I'm like, every time somebody
like,
else came
oh
out,
my
I'm like, yes.
Oh
Like,
my
oh
God.
shit, it's Cap.
Ah,
It's
that
like
shit
we
was
knew you guys
the
were coming
soldiers
back,
here.
but I'm glad y'all back.
Like Doctor
Yeah.
Strange is back. Oh, all the Guardians are here. You done fucked up now, Thanos. Like,
Yeah, it was so good.
yeah, man.
I think we're gonna start watching all 22 of them in order, like in like chronological order.
In release order or chronological order?
Chronological.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people doing that too.
I've never watched it that way. I've watched it in order. I want to do the chronological order. See how
my
it works.
sister actually just watched them all in release order back in December because she was on bed rest and she had just had surgery. And she was like, yeah, I'm just going to watch all of them. And then, yeah. She did. I'm like, man, I'm jealous actually.
I want to watch them in chronological order, but I also kind of want to read some of it too. Like I was looking a lot more into it yesterday because I was looking up to see like what impacts the shutdown has had on like the MCU. To be like what's been moved, like what's happening with stuff like that, and then it kind of just led me down like a rabbit hole to how everything was released, and then somehow I came across like the graphic or the book, the comic book they made for Fury's Long Week, or what is it? You know what I'm talking about though. I just can't think of the name of the book now. It's like, but everything that led up to, I believe, the first Avengers. There's like either a graphic novel or like a big comic based off of that. Just everything going together. I will eventually figure out what the name of it is.
Infinity Gauntlet?
Huh?
I said the Infinity Gauntlet?
It's like Fury's Big Week or something like that. Fury's Big Week. Yes, that's what it is.
That was one of those things I always knew existed but never really paid it much attention.
Yeah, it's just like it's a prelude to everything like leading up, like kind of like just seeing his perspective of it. So like we saw how Iron Man started, how Captain started and all that stuff, and how they become the Avengers. But it's kind of like, what was Fury doing on the back end during all these things? That's
making
kind of
all that shit work. That's what he's doing.
Make it work, make it work.
But I want to get it and I want to read it.
And then last but not least, today, like literally right before we hopped on to record this, I watched Shaft.
Was it good?
The one that came out last year?
Yeah.
Oh, that movie was so fucking dope. Oh, it was so dope.
Yeah.
It was so dope. The whole time I'm watching is cracking up. Oh, it was great. Did not expect to laugh that hard during that movie. Yeah, it is. It actually is.
Because I remember seeing like the first time I saw like a trailer for it, like before I went to the movie or something like that, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to pay to see that.
Well, now you don't have to. It's on HBO.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, man, I was very pleasantly surprised when I watched it because I just saw it there and I'm like, I just watched Shaft.
Dude, I watched the first two Tremors for no reason.
Is that the one with the alligators?
No, Tremors is the creatures that are underground. They're like worm-like creatures that live underground. They sense your vibrations when you're walking on the ground, and they come up and
like
eat
vibrations,
you.
Huh?
Came out in the 90s with Kevin Bacon.
Okay, so like an older, quiet place, but with vibrations and not sound.
Yeah.
Cool.
But like less apocalyptic
Mm.
because it's just like one small town, not the whole world has been fucking devastated by this thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's it for me.
I'm happy you subjected yourself to that again.
Yeah, dude, I was cracking up. This is so bad. They're so bad.
All right, then. Snoozy time.
Woo! Snoozy time.
Yeah.
Snoozy time.
Excuse me.
I need a sip. Are you parched?
I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm graduating from 12 to 13, so I'm periodically going through puberty.
Her
Sorry,
voice is changing now. So
my shit's about to drop. You know.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
What up, niggas?
Stop. Next episode, her voice gonna be deeper than mine.
Yeah, what up, Travis?
I said, stop, Travis. We got some news. Not a lot because, as you know, everything is suspended. But we've gotten within, the last few weeks, we've had some more updates as to what things are looking like. I don't know why it took so long, but as of the middle of the month, April, the organizers of San Diego Comic-Con finally announced that it will not go on as planned as in 2020. And I was just like, why did it take so long? And we knew that.
When was it supposed to go?
Well, there's reason behind that, why they waited so long. They had to wait for the city of San Diego to make them shut it down for insurance reasons. So that's why they couldn't announce it until then. Yeah. Same thing with WrestleMania. Like when they had to move it and change it, they had to wait for the city of Tampa to basically tell them, no, you can't do this. So that for insurance reasons, they can get a lot of the money they spent back. Yeah. Okay. It's money.
Cause I was just like, niggas, you know that we not going.
Yeah.
You know they're not gonna allow us.
Yeah, we all know that, but like they couldn't do it until their hand was forced, and that's how they get their money back.
Got you. And yet again, a year that I have planned to make the first year I would go to Comic-Con has again been foiled. So
there's always next year.
2 years in a row.
I hope they move it to mid-August because I'm going to be in San Diego mid-August.
It will actually resume again in July 2021 at the San Diego Comic Convention.
That's not happening, John.
It marks the cancellation marks the first time in Comic-Con's 50-year history that the largest convention of its kind in the U.S. will not take place.
Yeah. Hey, Mara, when you go though, I want to go too.
Well, mine's not until October.
I've been trying to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, you're talking about going to New York Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to
I just
New
kind
York
of
one.
I kind of assumed if SDCC was canceled, all of them would be.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know yet. So. I mean, but yeah, yours is if it's in New York, your city's like in pieces. So why are you looking like that? Like you don't know. You
don't have to like drag me for the fact. Yes, I know I'm living in like a literal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so yeah, they're canceling everything there. That's a given.
I got tickets to see My Chemical Romance for their reunion tour in September. I'm 90% sure I'm not going to that either.
Yeah, that's not happening either.
You said September?
September.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And even by then, I probably wouldn't even be comfortable being around that many people.
Exactly. Even if things do start happening, who's gonna really go?
Right. I ain't doing none of that shit.
Right. Because like even like I was supposed to go on a girls trip to New Orleans in October, and even though like travel restrictions will probably be lifted, I was like, no, you will not catch me in the French Quarter this year. As much as I want to not be a mom for 4 days and be drunk in the French Quarter with my girlfriends, no. Niggas can't even bury their dead right now. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm still going to California, but we're gonna be up in Ventura, and then we might not go to San Diego. We might just stay up in Ventura, depending. But we got an Airbnb on the beach, so I can chill on the beach. There probably won't be a lot of people.
I'm trying to tell her to cancel our Airbnb. I was
Did your
like,
mic
please
switch
let
up or
that
something,
go.
John?
No. Did something happen?
Yeah, you sound kind of like real echoey now.
Probably because you backed up from the
Here,
mic.
I'll unplug it and plug it back in, maybe.
Well, just check your settings on Zoom. Just make sure it's on it.
Or just don't lean back so far from your mic. But anywho, but yeah, so like it's just like I'm just not planning on doing anything really big and fun this year.
Mm-hmm.
Kickbacks, yes. Anything that I have to pay to go to is kind of pretty much gone out the window, and I'm okay with that because it'll save me money. But yeah, so I just didn't have faith that New York Comic Con would also go on this year. So I was just preparing to, again, be disappointed to not go.
Mm-hmm.
But so, and then we have some other movie updates. I'm not even going to bother with television because we know everything is either ending now, like they prematurely ended their seasons, or they're suspended production.
Right.
Like notably, I know like on the CW, Supernatural and the other show, The 100, are ending, and both of their finales have both been just postponed, like not postponed, but suspended for right now. I don't think they even finished filming that shit. So
they don't have to.
They gotta end it right. They gotta end it. No,
they can just go
because
away.
then we're gonna sit here. No.
They can just go
At this
away.
point
It's
now,
fine.
you can't just cancel it abruptly. I don't know what
Yeah, you can.
the. Well,
Yeah, you can.
I don't. No, you can't.
Yeah,
no,
you can.
Can't.
They can just.
No, you can't.
They can just fuck off. It's fine.
Nah.
Yeah.
But anywho, so now I have a bunch of I've sorted out by studios because that's the way I found it, because all of my resources are deciding to update this week. Warner Brothers on the 20th announced that the Batman starring Robert Pattinson has moved from June 25th to October 1st of next year. Well, I mean, it was already next year, but now it's moved from the summer to the fall.
Mm-hmm.
The Many Saints of Newark, which is a prequel to The Sopranos, was delayed from this September 25th to March 12th of next year. King Richard, which is a biopic about Venus and Serena Williams' father, starring Will Smith, has moved from November of this year to November of next year. Okay. Which I wonder why that needs that big of a gap, but it probably also has something to do with Will Smith's schedule.
His scheduling, or they may not have even started filming yet, so,
This is true. They were like, nah.
Because if it's one of those movies that don't require a whole lot of, CG and shit, just, they just film it, they edit it, and they put it out. So they may not have had even started filming yet when this all started, and they were just like, well.
And they got to do it right, because it's the Williams sisters' dad, man. But anywho, an untitled Elvis movie has moved from October 1st of next year to November 5th of next year. So I don't understand why that got pushed back so far. But
well, they gotta do justice to the man that stole black music and claimed himself to be the king of it. I'm sorry, that was a little harsh. That may not have been necessary.
I'm not worried about it.
You could have just held that till next. You could have held that till next year.
I could have, but
you could just repeat it again next year. But whatever. And then on the 21st, the studio had announced that the big screen adaptation of In the Heights by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which was set for June 26th of this year, has been moved to June 18th of next year due to pandemic-related post-production delays, which is upsetting because I won't live here anymore when the movie comes out, I don't think. And I'm going to be very upset because this means I can't go running in the streets singing In the Heights songs, but whatever.
Where are you moving?
I don't know yet. But I don't think I'll be in the same area. Which I have now told everyone I live in the Heights.
They're going to come find you now.
Oh, no. I'm not that interesting, and I don't have money. I don't have anything. Except for a beautiful kid. But whatever.
I'm glad you threw that out there because it was starting to sound bad.
It's been a long day. And then also on the DC side, Shazam #2 has been delayed from April 1st of 2022 to November 4th of 2022. And then The Flash moved from July 1st to June 3rd of
the next year.
2022.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
No.
2021, and then they moved to 2022. Got pushed way back.
I think that July. You said July 1st of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And they got
I
pushed
was
to
like,
2022. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I had a typo in there because I was just like, wait, why did they push it up then?
Yeah, they pushed it back. Well, the thing is, it was one of those things where, like, when you move one thing, it like messes up the order of other stuff. So you got to move other things around that thing that you moved, and fucking Warner Brothers.
But no, because like at first I had it written down as July 1st of 2022 to June 3rd, and I was like,
actually, now that I think about it, I think they may have moved that one up. No, I remember reading that. Now that you mentioned it.
Oh my!
I remember there being like a whole thing. I think it was Kevin Smith that was talking about that actually.
Let's see. Nope. It got moved to July 1st of 2022, and it just got moved up to I think June 3rd.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. When I thought about it, I'm like, wait a minute, I do remember somebody talking about that.
Guys, want to see the cat?
Yes.
Hold on, Bear. Where you at?
No, this is not fair. Luna's not here. I don't have a pet.
You should get a dog.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure there's one on the street somewhere you can find.
I'm not just going to pick up some random dog off the street as much as they need love.
See that motherfucker right there? Look at that tail. You see that tail? Get that motherfucker. Get that motherfucker. See that? Look at that. See that cat?
Oh,
See, she ran from you because she know better. She know you a killer.
Yeah, Bear's a killer.
John,
Killer, all right.
I am very happy you are wearing pants.
Yeah, of course. If I wasn't, that would have been very awkward.
Just a little bit,
Not for me.
I mean, no, not for us. Like, for us, that's fine. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone already assumes that we shoot everything else kind of sans pants. I think
man.
I was just
because it's cold.
Windy City.
Got a little
But
draft in there.
But yeah, so now
on my
the
lap.
really?
Yeah. She just made an appearance, and then he grabbed Bear, his dog, and then she ran away.
Hi, Caroline.
They say hi. Well, actually, just Mara said hi.
Okay, fine, Travis.
I already waved at you, all right?
He waved at you earlier.
Damn, Travis.
What?
I don't know.
I gave her a very enthusiastic wave earlier.
It was
You just
very
didn't see it.
enthusiastic. That was the most enthusiastic wave I've ever seen Travis give. So, can't be hating.
Just a little
I
bit.
didn't get my vengeance.
Anywho, let's move on. So there was another Pixar film delay, or maybe the only one, who knows. The movie Soul, which I think was starring Will Smith, I believe, also as the lead voice character. Is it Will Smith?
Mm-hmm.
Was originally supposed to open on June 19th of this year, has been moved back to the fall of this year. So it's gone from June 19th to November 20th. Which will transition us to Disney, which is, so at the beginning of the month, Disney made a lot of changes to their calendars, and some people may already know because we know most of the MCU has shifted back, 6 months each or so.
Yeah, they've been shifting some stuff, yeah.
Mulan is now set to open on July 24th. While also The Rock's new film based off of the Disney theme park attraction, Jungle Cruise, had originally been set to release that day, has now been pushed back about 6 days to the 30th.
I forgot all about that movie.
I didn't know that was coming out until I saw it in my
Yeah, I knew about it. I just forgot all about it.
I don't even know that ride.
That's old school Disney right there.
I believe that I haven't been to Disney World or Disneyland in forever.
What's forever?
It's been a long time for me, yeah.
I was trying to go next year for Luna's birthday. I don't even know if that will happen. It probably won't. They've ruined my 5th and the 4th birthday for her.
That's fine. John, how long has it been since you've been to Disney World?
Disney World or Disneyland?
Either.
Disneyland
Both.
doesn't count if you can go to Disney World because it's better and we all know it.
I went to Disneyland when I lived in California in 2009. But the last time I went to Disney World was probably summer of 2001, maybe.
Sir, ma'am,
Yes.
think we need to plan a family trip.
Caroline, I've already talked to her. We were planning a Disney trip, so we're
Like,
already
I
on
think
board.
we need to plan a family trip.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Are we including the
100%.
children in this too?
Well, they're part of your family, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I'm just making sure.
Okay. When I say family, I mean everybody.
It could have been a family adult trip.
This is true because I would be down for an adults only Disney trip also. But no, I was including the kids.
Exactly.
I was including the kids though.
I only asked that because as of current, you and I are like current, well, there's only like 2 of us that have kids. So I was like, only maybe like one of them would show up. So it's like, don't want to show up with just the one kid and then be like, it's like everyone's also like, Mara, read the room. I've been in situations like that. It was like, Mara, read the room.
Well, that's the thing. Trips like that are genuinely more fun when you have a kid to enjoy them with. So, I mean, an adults only Disney is fun as fuck too. Don't get me wrong. But when you got a kid that you see the joy on their face when they see the cool ass shit in Disney World, like, yo, this can be life. These are the kind of things like these things exist.
Where is Harry Potter World?
Universal. We can do that.
But that's not too far,
man.
right?
We make this a full week.
They're down.
Trip,
honestly, John, they're down the block from each other.
Well, it's not down the block, but yeah.
They're down the street from each other.
I
think Disney's like down at the end.
A butterbeer.
Same. I have not been to Harry Potter World.
I haven't either, and I just finished the books like a few months ago. So like,
I know Travis is not
Harry Potter
now. I know Travis is not into Harry Potter like that. But what we can do is we can
ditch that motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
And then the 3 of us will go.
And Caroline's a huge Harry Potter fan too. So like,
the 4 of us will go.
Here's the thing. Even if I'm not into Harry Potter, it's still a dope ass ride. So it's
gonna be fun too.
It is.
Well, he can still enjoy Universal too. We'll just spend a lot more time in that part of the park. Because remember, it's like sectioned. It's like a pie.
And then I want to.
And there's actually 2 Harry Potter parks there now.
I haven't been there since they were building the original one.
I've seen the original one there that was in
next summer.
That was in Islands of Adventure, and they built a second one right outside of Universal Studios, and they're connected by a little train thing. So, yeah,
it's closed until next summer, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, everything's closed.
Yeah, about to say, I said next year.
Oh. I don't listen to you, Travis.
I know you don't listen. That's my point. That's my point, John. You don't listen.
I don't.
If we are allowed to go there next year and be in big groups and we're not all skeeved out by the general population, because, that can be a thing. If Luna's birthday can still work out for Disney because I was going for days anyway, we make it to go to all the parks.
Yeah. I'm down.
Let's do it. Because I was inviting you guys anyway. You just got to pay for your own shit.
Of course.
I mean, I'm a grown-ass man.
Travis is going to pay for our own shit.
Our own shit, yeah. Everyone in Creatia is covered under Travis, as per he is the head here. Everyone else is on your own personal expense.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you think that. You keep thinking that and show up and see where you sleep. But anyway, any more news, Mar, while we over here planning family trips instead of podcasting?
Oh, yeah. Let's.
I forgot we were fucking recording a podcast.
I know. It happened to me too. I did too. And I remember like, oh, shit.
I'm just like, what's up, fam? I haven't talked to you in a while. How you guys doing? Let's go to Disney.
All we've done is just invited the general public to go
podcast
with us on vacation. Which is fine. You
That's
guys show up at the
because I literally
park.
forgot also. So it's just like, and I realized like, oh shit, let me reel it back in. We're doing a show.
All right, what's the next thing? What we got?
An untitled Indiana Jones film has moved from July 9th of 2021 to July 29th, Luna's birthday, of 2022. Don't know why they're making more Indiana Jones films.
So they got to make it right because the last one was horrible. So
The
This
Crystal
is true.
Skulls.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
I heard.
that
I haven't
was-
even seen it, but I know it's a bad movie.
It was.
I heard there was like
It's
time
not the
travel.
worst movie I've ever seen, but it's
I
not,
heard
it's
there
not
was time travel and aliens. I'm over it.
Yeah. It's one of those things like it's if
It
you
didn't need
had
to
never
be.
seen an Indiana Jones movie before, you probably just be like, eh. But if you had seen Indiana Jones, you know and love Indiana Jones, you probably would be like, what the fuck? It's one of those situations.
Yep. I like the Indiana Jones movies, so
Which is why you should go and
changes in the MCU. I know. I have the games. I
know you
did
do. I know.
add them to my library. I just haven't downloaded them. I think I'm gonna wait to see if I can take those games that I have onto the PS5 because I plan on getting that because I don't have space on my PlayStation now and I don't know how to expand it. So, but you can teach me that later.
You do that by deleting shit that you don't play anymore.
But I'm playing everything right now. It's real. I'm only playing 2 games. Like realistically, there's only data on there from like Mortal Kombat, Destiny, and Spider-Man.
Okay.
But also
just don't play
maybe
Destiny
Batman.
anymore.
But I enjoy Destiny.
Destiny's fun.
Just fucking with you.
I know. So let's keep going. Because you know why I enjoy Destiny.
I know exactly why, which is why I told you to stop playing it.
You are the worst. You just
I
want
know.
me to be alone forever.
Oh, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. If I wanted you to be
You
alone,
just want to keep me all to yourself. Just to be only Creatia's Mara. That's all you want. I know it is.
really. So I don't help. I don't help Mara.
I know.
We can go there if you want to go there.
We won't because this is not behind the scenes. Anywho, and John, we can fill you in because I know you are sitting there super lost.
It's all good. I zoned out.
You really did.
I zoned out.
Changes in the MCU have set off a domino effect. Not my words; those are Vox's words, but it's true. Black Widow is now set for November 6th of 2020 this year, while Shang-Chi was originally that date, has now moved to May 7th of next year, which was originally Doctor Strange's 2, has now been pushed back to November 5th of 2021, which was displacing Thor, Love and Thunder back until February 28th of 2022, which now still has Black Panther 2 still sitting at May 6th of 2022.
Yeah, that'll be getting pushed back also.
It didn't actually, and if anything, Captain Marvel 2 moved up a couple of weeks from July 22nd to July 8th of 2022. But then speaking of Disney, you also have to talk about 20th Century Films and Searchlight because Disney owns them and pretty much the rest of the fucking world. Why did I repeat that twice?
I don't know. Did you hear about AMC and them like saying they're not going to show Universal films for a while?
No.
They were pissed off that they were pissed off that Universal put their movies out digitally.
Well, are you talking about AMC theaters or AMC the channel?
That's the theater.
Theaters.
Huh. I did not know that. It's funny. I haven't thought about AMC theaters in months because my A-list subscription had one expired back in January. And then on top of that, and then like weeks later, we were put on lockdown. So I couldn't even go to the movies anymore.
I haven't gone to an AMC theater in years, so I didn't care. But it's just, yeah, they said they weren't going to show Universal movies anymore because they put all their movies out on digital instead of waiting and putting them out in theaters. So they were just being petty. And I'm like, I see you're not keeping that same energy with Disney though. You're not telling Disney you doing that shit. You know better.
Right, yeah. Because Disney will be like, "Don't make me buy you, bitch."
Exactly, like
and we'll only air Disney.
Like you realize we are fucking Disney. Like we will just buy up every other theater chain around your movie theaters and make it the Disney fucking theater.
Which it's funny because in the beginning of the quarantine, lockdown, pandemic, shelter in place, whatever it's considered in your book, I had heard rumors that like someone was saying Disney had gone down a little bit in value while Apple was going up. And
Yeah, and
someone
it was
was
a
like, yo,
situation where-
watch Apple
yeah.
buy Disney. And I was just like, no. Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow it to happen, but like they were in a position to where they could have. But,
right, because right now, if you look at, because I have shares in both, thank you, Cash App. It's only $1, but you
it's
can
$1
see
more
what
than most
each
people have.
facts. It gave me like 0.09 of a share in each one, but if you can see like the company's overall value, like stock value overall, and it's like Disney is in like the billions still, of course. I saw Apple at trillion, and I was just like, oh my god, these niggas could buy fucking Disney if they really wanted to. It will never pass. Like it'll never pass. They'll never get that green light because of everything that Disney owns. But I was just like, that is hilarious, but also terrifying to think of, because knowing that I'd have to go back to work and then have Mickey Mouse just greet me at the door would be like, he'd be like, oh, right? I'd be like,
This reminds me of the Jonas Brothers episode of South Park where Mickey Mouse was their boss.
Fucking DreamWorks.
It's like, get the fuck up.
Well, I mean, technically, you could say Disney at one point was their boss. They did have a show on there, and they were very much on the radio, Disney. But yeah, like, I was just like, that's crazy. But to finish with Disney, Ryan Reynolds had some movie called Free Guy coming out in July, and now that's been pushed back to December. West Side Story is still happening in December. On the 18th, and Ridley Scott's The Last Duel has been set for Christmas Day. Wes Anderson's new film, The French Dispatch, moved from July 24th to October 16th of this year. Artemis Fowl, which has had its release date pushed many times already, will just be released on Disney Plus, they said.
Yeah.
And then release dates for The New Mutants, which was originally for April 3rd.
That movie's never
and
coming out.
The New Mutants?
Yeah, it's just never coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the release dates for that was originally April 3rd, and The Woman in the Window, May 15th. Both have not been set. So
yeah, that movie's just not coming out. Like, they've been like talking about it, like it was supposed to come out over a year ago. And it's just, and then Disney bought
Artemis
Fox
Fowl for like ever.
Yeah, then Disney bought Fox, and then like they're like, okay, we don't know when it's gonna come out. Like, oh, we're gonna put it out in April, and then they're like, nope, we're not now. And then they're probably just like, you know what? Never mind, fuck it. Like, it's just, oh my god, like it's just, that was one of those movies when I'm like, I saw that it was about to come out as the Disney merger was happening. I'm like, that movie's not happening. It's just, it's not gonna happen.
It can't. And at the end of the month of March, Sony had announced that nearly all of their summer releases will be delayed until later this year or early next year as well. And that's including, like, they don't have dates right now. So it's like, this is just movies that they've announced or we've seen trailers for, like Kevin Hart's Fatherhood, Jared Leto's Morbius, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Uncharted, and the previously delayed Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway, which actually I think was released after a while. I think that was still pushed back, and I thought that was weird that they didn't just release it digitally, because it's an Easter movie, and Easter has now passed, and I won't care about it later in the year.
That Uncharted movie is another one that I'm just convinced is never going to happen.
Well, who knows? I don't think there's much on that. I don't think they've even announced who was writing that movie.
Well, they've been talking about making this Uncharted movie since like 2011. Forever. Like, it's just, forever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Ouch. I just pulled my hand away from my wrist, but I'm okay.
Okay.
And then the only film that appeared unaffected was the Spider-Man Far From Home sequel, which is still set for theatrical release this July 16th. But we'll see. That most likely will change.
Most likely will change, yeah.
I kind of just see that just being pushed back later in the year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was newsy time. I'm sorry that took so long, but it's funny because I said I didn't have a lot of news, and I figured I did have a lot of news.
Yeah, it was only like 22 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we did take a whole good chunk of that to plan a family vacation. So,
We did.
Yeah, so that's
Sure.
not really fully my fault.
Nah, not at all, actually. Not
Nobody's
at all,
blaming
actually.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Let's move on into our topics for this month. So let's see. Any, mini, money, whatever. Mara, what's your topic?
Wow. My topic is, if you could be a character in a video game based off of a horror movie, what movie would you choose to be based off of? I originally wanted to ask, do you think you would survive? But then I was like, this is a video game, so everyone at some point will die. But but yeah.
So you're asking what game would we want or what character we want to be?
No, I'm asking you what horror movie, and it can be any horror movie, it's a movie that you like, would you want to be a character in a video game based off of that movie? And that's kind of just excluding Friday the 13th because there is an actual game based off Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was The Shining.
Okay. Why?
Because it's funny because even though The Shining is scary, it has like its scary properties. I don't know why. I also find it very entertaining, and it's kind of scarily funny, where it's like I would want to see all like the different parts of the hotel that they were in, and kind of be like a free world, kind of exploring around the property.
Would you be like a new character introduced into this game, or would you be like Jack Nicholson and you're the one snapping and you start killing people?
So I figure it's not going to be Jack Nicholson, but it's going to be pretty much all. You'll see like the characters, like you'll see the bartender at the bar. You'll see like all those photos on the wall and stuff like that. Like it'll look just like it, but kind of like you're the person. You're like almost like you're Jack Nicholson, but you're not Jack Nicholson. Like you're just another person who has come to the hotel.
Okay.
So like you're experiencing kind of the same things. It's just you're not Jack Nicholson. And like there will be like little like Easter eggs. It's like you may like come across like the person that's asking you to like go to the hotel, or someone who's telling you history about the hotel. They'll tell you like kind of pretty much his story of like what happened there. So it's set still in modern time, but like the story sounds so fucking crazy. It's kind of just like, yeah, this guy just went crazy and killed, like, was just going psychotic and he just disappeared up there or whatever. It's just kind of like one of those things, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like, like the weird old lady in the bathroom, the twins. I want to see like George's little tricycle. I want to see red rum. I want to turn down the hallway and let fucking what it looks like on my period come down the elevator. Just boom. I want all of it. I'm not sorry for that reference. Fuck y'all, I'm a woman.
It's all good.
Everyone does it. Mostly everyone does it. A majority of all the women.
You okay over there?
I'm good.
You
I've
got
been
it
in
together?
isolation for way too long.
Get that. All right, I'll go. I chose Chucky. But
motherfucker. Go ahead.
Are you serious? Did you choose Chucky
Yes,
too?
I
You
did.
son of a bitch.
I did. Go ahead.
We always choose the same
I
shit.
know it happens all the fucking
That's
time.
so fucking funny.
That is
So I chose
so
Chucky because I want to be Chucky though. Like I want to go house to house, killing families. But like you have to hit a button to make you play like you're a doll again. Like it's very stealthy. A very stealthy type game where you go from family to family, kill people, and collect items and shit. I don't know, something like that. I did have a runner-up. Mine was Nightmare on Elm Street. So you'd be Freddy, and you would go enter people's dreams, and every dream could be vastly different, a different world. And eventually you got to kill the owner of that dream until you get to, I don't know, the final boss.
I think that
dream.
Which is Jason.
I think that would be like a cool. I think that would be a cool follow-up too, because you can also style it kind of like how the Friday the 13th game is, because you can play as Jason or you can play as one of the camp counselors. So it's like, I might be Freddy, but maybe I want to be Nancy.
Yeah, right. And like you can be the other person. Yeah, and you got to fight Freddy off.
Right.
That'd be another one. That'd be cool.
Which leads into what my idea was for, me being Chucky. I wanted to be in the same style kind of as the Friday the 13th game is, but it's a lot different because, Chucky's fucking tiny. So it's just like they're all really with their in Friday the 13th, like, Jason is hunting you, but in this one, you're hunting Chucky because, he's a fucking doll. So like they're thinking we can get him. So it's just like, so they're trying to get you, but you're like, you're taking them out as Chucky when they're coming to get you. So that was my idea with that. But I also had a runner-up, which was, once again, Puppet Master, because that's my favorite horror series. But it would be like in the fourth and fifth one where you're any one of the puppets, any one of them. But you got to kill those little demon motherfuckers. So, yeah, that's what I was going with on that one.
That'd be cool. That would give me super anxiety, though. Because even I told you this, like playing... I was playing Friday the 13th, and I told you I was like, it gave me anxiety, and you're like, oh, were you a camp counselor? I was like, no, I was fucking Jason. I was just like, yo, what if one of these motherfuckers find me? Like, but I was like, no, I'm Jason.
I said they can't hurt you. Like, they literally cannot hurt you. Only one that can really do anything is, what's the motherfucker's name?
The cop?
No, the one in the movie that actually succeeded in killing Jason that time. What the fuck is his name? Whatever, that motherfucker. But you only get him after you kill somebody else and they come back as him. Then they got to go through this whole elaborate series of things to pull off if they're going to kill you as Jason. It's impossible. So it's just, yeah. It was just funny to hear when you told me you were anxious as Jason. It's like, yo, they literally cannot hurt you.
I was like, I know, but like, they just be popping up out of nowhere. I'm just like, where the fuck are you coming from?
I'm imagining Mara playing as Jason, and he's just tiptoeing tree to tree.
Yeah, like, because he's afraid of the counselor.
Hiding from the counselor.
Because they always come up out of nowhere, and I'm just like, where are you coming from? Like,
they really don't, though. Like, he can see them from like across the camp.
I can't. I didn't get that feeling. I didn't get that setting.
Glasses.
That's not funny. My glasses are broken.
Get some new ones.
I'm trying.
It's hard to do things in a pandemic. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta find my.
There's also
to me.
I tell you, Predator game just came out too.
What came out?
Predator Hunting Ground, the new game. Yeah, it's made by the same people that made Friday the 13th. Same kind of game, except they actually like a group of fighters or soldiers or whatever who are like going after the predator, and the predator's going after you at the same time. So you're actually able to fight back in this one, but it's same concept though. It's cool. I've seen it played. I haven't played it, but I've seen it played.
Oh yeah. By the way, I realized when I was talking about that Pixar movie Soul, it's not Will Smith. It's Jamie Foxx. What? But I was thinking of, you know what I was thinking of? That spy movie. There was I think it's Pixar or it was Disney, that it's an animated film.
Will Smith was
with Will Smith, and I think I was thinking of that one. Cause I was like, didn't he just do an animated movie about a dude? And I was like, maybe that's his. But I never saw it. So I was just like, I never know if it came out or not. Like, so I was just like, I think that's this one. But keep going, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Next topic?
Yeah, we'll move on. My topic. And it's funny because, well, it's not funny because it's just, it's something that came up to me earlier. I actually talked to Mara about this a while ago. But what TV or film character would you be willing to name your child after? And why? You all seem to be a little hesitant there, so I'll go first. I would 100% name my son Vegeta. Like, no bullshit. I would 100% name my son Vegeta. He will come out as the Prince of all Saiyans, and he will be a bad motherfucker for the rest of his life. I need no explanation as to why that's cool, why Vegeta's the greatest. It is what it is. So, putting it out there now, the woman I marry has to be okay with me naming our son Vegeta because it's happening.
I guess.
Vegeta Pointer. Got it.
Good pointer.
Damn right.
John, do you want to go next?
Sure. I chose if it was a daughter, June from Handmaid's Tale, because like June is just badass as fucking shit in that show, you know. And if I had a daughter, I would want her to be fucking badass as shit.
Yeah, man.
And so I chose June, and that's because she's like one of the strongest female characters I've seen in any show or movie. So that's my choice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of just convinced I'm just gonna keep having girls. But one of the names that I had for Luna at first that my mom was just like, don't you even think about it, was Daenerys.
Do you remember the conversations we had when I was trying to convince you to name her?
Yes.
Yeah. I was trying to convince her to name her daughter Robin Khaleesi. She wouldn't do it. Like, first name Robin, middle name Khaleesi. And I'm like, I'm telling you.
I don't even remember where the Robin was from.
Batman.
Because like I wouldn't want to name my daughter that though, because that just reminds me of How I Met Your Mother, and then it just reminds me of that fucking ending of How I Met Your Mother.
Never saw the show, so I wouldn't know.
Don't.
I don't plan on it.
Fucking annoyed.
And
10 fucking seasons, or however many seasons of him telling the story for her to die and then go back with his fucking friend Robin. Sorry. But yeah,
Okay.
Daenerys.
She seems angry, John.
It's okay.
Like she seemed like this really bothers her. I don't know.
It did bother me, and also because it was brought up the other day, like, and I was just like, that fucking ending.
It's really funny. It makes me so glad that I never saw the show. Because she's not the only one I've heard like really pissed off about the end of that show. I'm like, man.
Yeah, no, I've heard a ton of people complain about it.
I mean, I binge watched, I think like the first 5 or maybe 6 or 7 seasons. I binged like a good portion of it to catch up to the live episodes. Caught up, got so invested in it I caught up just for the last season. That's what I did. I caught up for the last season to get through it, and then they were like, yeah, and then your mother got sick, and I almost threw my computer, and I was just like, why are y'all like this?
Yeah, that ought to learn you.
So, yeah.
That's why she doesn't want to name her child Robin Khaleesi.
That's why I won't name her Robin, because Robin has really pretty much been just sullied by that.
Whatever. Robin Khaleesi would have been a dope name.
I know it would have been. And for a boy, I would name him someone from Vikings.
Bjorn.
Maybe not Bjorn. Like
Ivar.
I would like maybe Ivar. Like I like that name. Like that's why. If like the most like
He's such a
out
little
there would
shit.
be like he is though. He is, but he fights for himself. So
He
it's
is.
just kind of
He's
like
a little shit, but he's also pretty fucking awesome at the same time. So it's just like
right. Like I respect the shit out of him, but it's just
Exactly.
like, damn, you are so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
It would probably come down to Ivar or Ragnar, because I like Ragnar's name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. With like a runner-up of like Rolo.
Mm-hmm.
I miss Rolo.
We all miss Rolo.
That was such a sad departure.
Yeah, hell of a way to go.
Next topic.
Yes.
Sure, John, go ahead.
Jeez, John.
We're done.
I guess.
I gotta pee really bad, so you know.
You have a whole cup sitting by you. Just mute yourself.
You got to pee? Go pee. We'll fill time. Go pee.
Yeah, we'll just sit here and
No,
chat.
You got it?
Yeah, we'll fill
I'll be
time.
back.
Go pee. Just
All right, you
you
do
could have
literally
just said
just-
that. There's 3 of us. Like,
Just wash your hands, for God's sakes.
man.
The things we got to tell people.
It's just, it's mostly white people we got to tell
You
this
know
stuff
he
to,
should
though.
have done? He should have just had Caroline come sit in for him.
He
You
could have
just talk to her.
That would have been the smart thing to do. But,
right?
We got to tell him to do these things.
Or at least give us the cat or something. I don't know.
Something that we can interact with while he's gone and not just have this blank spot here with nothing happening. Because he's like, we need to hurry up. I got to pee. He's got to name that movie. So we can't even,
Right. I had to get up to get my food. So I was just like, if you got to pee, go pee.
Go pee.
We also spent a good chunk talking about vacations. Let's talk more about that while we're sitting.
We can talk more about that because
we don't really need Johnny to plan that stuff. We just need to tell him a number. And
exactly. Give him a number and tell him where to stand. That's all we got to do with John. But
we should get matching shirts.
So you've been away from Disney for entirely too long. You have no idea of the wonder that is there now. It is fucking amazing now.
What year did the Harry Potter world in Islands of Adventure open?
Well, when I started working there in 2011, it was already there. It was pretty new. So I want to say probably earlier that year or right before that.
That's so funny that you worked there, because imagine if you worked there just like a couple years, or like a year or so earlier, probably would have ran into you at the park. Not like ran into you, but like we would have been in like the same location.
I was about to say we wouldn't have unless you valeted your car.
We would have been within a mile of each other, as opposed to, what is it, like 400?
Yeah.
Hey, Siri, how many miles are between San Antonio, Texas, and New York, New York?
Way more than 400.
Yeah, it's like thousands.
1,000 miles by car.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she actually was able to do all that, because sometimes Siri be stupid.
She's just like, I don't know what the fuck you said.
Right. I don't have the capability for that function. What? Get it together.
All right, I'm back. I feel better.
Yeah. Anyway, what you were saying about the matching shirts, like apparently, what's great about that? We have a merch store.
Yeah, we can put like a little Creatia logo with like the website or like the hashtag on the back of the shirts, and then just put our name, or put it on the front and then put our names on the back.
There you go.
Yeah,
there we go. Got it. John, what's your
we
topic?
started planning the family trip. So
My topic is name 3 movies that you will never get sick of watching. That was very hard for me because I have about 20.
Well, give us.
I had to really think, because sometimes I get very, I don't watch this again. But it's like, I had to really like sift through that. Would be like, if I watched it today and my cable and internet went out tomorrow, and it was the only DVD I had left, would I watch it again tomorrow? I had to really sit here and think about what those movies are.
Mm-hmm. You want us to go first, sir, or do you want to do it yourself?
I'll go. So the first one was Jurassic Park.
Check your mic again. It did it again.
Did it?
Yep.
Here, I'll unplug it and plug it back in. I don't know what the fuck is going on. How does it sound now?
Much better.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. And now my heater just kicked on, so fuck that. But anyways,
right now where you are,
like 40.
oh yeah, you're by the north.
And it's fucking cold up in this. Oh, actually, you know what? It's 48. Warmed up. Anyways, Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is one of my all-time favorite movies. I've seen it 1,000 times. I'll watch it 1,000 more. It never gets old. I love it. Second one is The Princess Bride, 1987. Andre the Giant, Carrie Elwes. It's a goddamn fucking brilliant movie. It's got everything. All the action, the love, the comedy, the suspense. It's got it all. My third one, I couldn't think of. I just said all 90s Jim Carrey films because I've watched them all 1,000 times. But if I can't do that, I would say Thor Ragnarok. I was picking a more recent film. Thor Ragnarok, I've already watched it probably 15 times, and it cracks me the fuck up. It's so good, so well done. It could stand on its own. You don't need any of the other Marvel Cinematic movies to even be involved with it. Thor Ragnarok was a brilliant movie, and I could watch it forever.
Cool.
So that's that.
Go ahead, Shark.
Yes, sorry. So I had a couple. I have like 3 like my top, and then I had like runner-ups. But like my 3 tops were Blue Crush, because it's my favorite movie of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I fucking love that movie. I don't even surf, but
John.
I love the ocean.
Oh, that's it. Just unexpected. So,
I know.
It caught me off guard.
I feel like that catches anyone off guard.
It did.
anytime I
Like
mention
I've
it.
heard it before, so I was like, okay, that's her thing, and I was just gonna let it go.
I don't know why. I've always wanted to learn surfing, but like I just don't. But I love being in the ocean, and I don't know. It's something about that movie just excites me. Could it be like movies, or could it be like a series in general? Because like I kind of put them together.
Movies.
Because it's just that 2 hour sitting over and over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Because I was gonna say like The Mummy, but then like I could also sit through The Mummy too, also. But
Oh, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. Because I mean, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I could watch 1 billion times.
right, or The Hobbit. Well, not like I couldn't watch The Hobbit over.
No, Hobbit's not as good. It's good. It's not as good.
And then so my number 2, like moving Mummy down, would have been Hitch, because it's like my favorite rom-com movie.
I could watch that. That's good.
Solid Will Smith flick.
Yeah.
I've had it on DVD, I think at least twice, because I've seen it in a DVD case twice. But like, because I used to not have cable, so I used to buy a lot of DVDs.
Me too. I have hundreds.
Yeah. When I went to college, I just kind of like started burning them onto like my computer. I was like, yep, not taking all of these. And then my last one would have been Winter Soldier with.
That's really good too.
It's a great
That's a good choice.
With my runner-ups being Sherlock Holmes, The Raven.
The Sherlock Holmes, the Guy Ritchie one with what can't I think of his name? Iron Man?
Robert
Downey Jr.?
Yeah, with him. I mean, honestly, my age, it's the only ones I've seen. So, The Raven, Sherlock Holmes, and Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
Oh, fuck yeah. I've already seen that movie probably. I had the VHS of it 2,000 times.
I think
in the bone.
I think Nature Calls. I think When Nature Calls was the first one I saw, and then I went back and watched the first one.
Detective?
Because I don't think I realized there was. I think by the time Ace Ventura, the live action ones outside of the cartoon, had come really into my focus, I think it was when the second one had. I didn't even know about the first one, and I was like, oh, cool, more.
It's great. Ace Ventura movies are great.
That you're a single shake man.
Yeah.
Busy for the follow-up jiggle.
Far too busy for the follow-up jiggle.
Yeah, it's so good.
Now I kind of want to watch that. Now.
So
Thanks,
good.
guys.
Oh,
Those are some of my absolute favorite movies.
yeah.
Far too busy for the follow-up jiggle.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
I used to say that whenever I would perfectly parallel park, because parallel parking is a
I
struggle
still
for
do
me.
it. Mara,
And every time I get in, I'd be
recently.
like a glove.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, what?
I'll pull right in. Like a glove.
Or when you back into a spot perfectly without bumping another car or anything else, like, yes, like a glove. And then everyone's just like, what is that? It's like, what is wrong with you? It's Ace Ventura.
Yeah, imagine how much I have to fight it as a valet.
Oh God.
Just say it every time I park a car.
Like 80 times a day.
Yeah. So for me, first one on my list is The Matrix. Like, that's been my shit since forever.
That's up there too.
Like, I will watch that movie over and over again forever.
I just watched it last month.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Caroline never saw it, so we watched it.
There is no spoon. I say that randomly a lot too. People have no idea why. I'm like, what I'm saying is none of this is real, bro. Don't worry about it. There is no spoon. There is no spoon.
I'm
So-
not real.
So that's the first one. The other one is one I just mentioned that I just watched the other day, Avengers Endgame, because it's just God, that feels good to watch every time. It's just
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
Another one I have on DVD.
Third one is Harlem Nights. It's quite possibly my favorite movie of all time. I go back and forth between that and fucking Reservoir Dogs all the time as far as what's my favorite movie. But yeah, I can watch Harlem Nights over and over again. There's just so many like this. Just wait for these great scenes to get to, like, you know, the one with, you know, Quick and Vera fighting in the alley. You know, I ain't gonna shoot me in my pinky toe. You know, that shit. But yeah, those are my three, and I'm going to only do three because I like to follow the rules.
Like your style.
So yeah, that's it.
Choose.
It's time to play a little game that we like to play here. And that game is called Name That Movie.
Name the movie.
This week, we got John hosting the game show. So let's do it.
You guys ready?
Be easy on me, please.
Honestly, I may have already done this topic before, but I don't remember because my memory sucks. So,
It's understandable.
let's fucking do this shit.
Let's do it.
Oh, man, this one. See, I'm going to do that one. That's going to be the tiebreaker. Well, that one's going to be the tiebreaker. We'll do this one. Blank and his blank accomplices plan to rob 3 casinos simultaneously.
Ocean's 11.
Boom. Got it.
She opened her mouth first. It was just like, bruh. Okay.
The only one I've seen. So.
There's also the thing, like, anytime you start talking heist movies, you got to remember, okay, is this Ocean 11 or the Italian Job? Let's see. Oh, Ocean 11.
Right. I was like casinos sounds
Like,
a
oh,
lot
that one's
like
Ocean 11, and
Alright.
then she said it. So it was, yeah.
2 detectives, a rookie and a veteran, hunt a
The other
blank.
guys?
Hunt a blank. He used the blank as his motives. 2 detectives, a rookie and a veteran,
7?
hunt a blank.
Lethal Weapon.
Nope, it was 7.
Oh.
I was just like, because all those blanks, I was like, that sounds like something with like, there's too many things going on.
Yeah,
I just was
it
with,
was
you know,
the
he said-
7 deadly sins.
Yeah, when
a
you were like,
serial
you know,
killer.
Yeah, see, you just like a rookie and a veteran. All I can remember was Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit. So it's just, that's like the first thing that popped into my head at that point.
I would say the oldest movie is 2004. Out of
Yay. So at least we're within the realm of my memory.
all right. An adaptation of Homer's great epic, the film follows the assault on blank by the United Greek forces and chronicles the fate of the men involved.
300. Troy.
Say
Right era, though. Yep. Troy.
I was like, what? I was like, I said, say it again. That's not what I said.
Have you guys figured out the through line?
No,
Brad
because I've
Pitt?
never seen 7, so I don't know.
Yeah. There you go. Brad Pitt.
Because I know Brad Pitt's in Troy, and I was like, 7.
And 7. And whatever the fucking first one I said was
the
that. I
first
don't
movie
remember.
again? And I even
Ocean's
said it.
11.
There we
Ocean's
go. Oh,
11.
yeah, he was in that.
All right. A bored married couple is surprised to
Mr.
learn.
and Mrs. Smith.
Yep.
That's also another movie I actually would not get tired of watching. That's another one I had on DVD that I
It's
watched
good.
all the time.
It's funny. It's got good
There was-
action.
and
It's
the
sexy.
and the soundtrack was awesome too. Express.
I used to
Yourself.
date this girl. Name was Danielle. The two of us used to talk about this movie all the time. Like, yo, this is us. like one of those things. Like, yo, like we'll sit here and we'll drag out fight, and then we're gonna end up fucking. Like, it's just kind of like that one scene when they spend all that time trying to kill each other, and then all afterwards, like, wait a minute. Yeah, let's fuck.
Ooh, speaking of Angelina Jolie, Salt is on Netflix, guys. I did not
Yeah, it
know.
is. I almost watched it the other day, and then I ended up going with something else.
And so is Bad Boys. I
like
got the
both
new
of
Bad
those.
Boys movie, so I'm going to watch it now, Travis.
So you know what I mean when I told you I need to get some of that midnight cocoa bean.
Yes, and it's funny. I think because 1 and 2 are also on Netflix, I'm going to watch them all together.
You should. You should.
I haven't watched 1 or 2 in a long time.
I'm just gonna put it out there and let you know 2 is way longer than it should be.
2 is why is it 2 hours and 26 minutes?
It legitimately feels like it should have ended twice before it actually ends.
Yeah, like the 145 mark.
Like it seems like, oh, they got to, okay, they did that. Okay, cool, it's over, right? Oh, no, we're doing a whole other thing now. All right.
Do you want to hear a funny story? The other day, I put Luna's dad onto the Olympus Has Fallen movies. And I'm sorry, John, to interrupt you for this. Because I was just out, because speaking of Netflix, it reminded me of this. And because like they had another one come out like last year called Angel Has Fallen.
Yeah, I never saw that one though.
It's on Netflix. So we were getting
all there
ready
now?
to watch. No. So that's the funny part. So we were getting ready to start Angel Has Fallen, and I was just giving them the backstory on what had happened, like, you know, Olympus and then London. Because I was just like, all you need to know is that Gerard Butler is going to keep saving everyone.
Well, I say Gerard Butler is a bad motherfucker. That's all you need to know. Now watch.
Right. That's all you need to know. But then it was like, I was like, oh, but it's the third movie in a series. And they're just like, oh, what's the first one? I was like, Olympus, and then it was London. And they're like, oh, is Olympus on here? I was like, I don't know. Go
Olympus
figure.
Fallen
It
is on
is.
there, right? Yeah.
It is. So then we finished it, and we were just like, all right, let's watch London Has Fallen. Is not on there. And I was just like, why
Maybe
y'all like this?
Let me see. Is it on HBO?
Because it's not on Hulu. Because most of the time I was like, okay, if it's not on Netflix, it might be on Hulu.
It seems like the kind of movie that would be on HBO, though. Hold on, let me look.
Did you know another Scorpion King came out like 2 years ago?
I knew at the time, and I forgot because I didn't acknowledge that bullshit. All right. Nope, it's not on HBO either.
Okay. But yeah, I just told him to watch it somewhere else. But I was just like, when you get to it, watch Angel Has Fallen, because I haven't seen it yet.
Mhm.
Are you guys ready?
Yes, sorry. Keep going, John.
It's tied 2-2.
It is. Is it?
And
Mhm.
yeah, it's 2-2.
You named 4 movies already?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, you got the first 2. Travis got the second 2.
okay.
It was Ocean's 11, then 7, then Troy, and then Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, okay. I forgot about Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That's why.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Former United Nations employee blank traverses the world in a race against time to stop a blank that is toppling armies and governments and threatens to destroy
World War
humanity.
Z.
Yes, it is. Amara's the winner.
Another sequel that will not come out ever. Because that shit keeps getting delayed as well. And that was before our pandemic.
Good job. Good job.
It's a close one.
It was.
I feel like I did Brad Pitt before, but you know what?
Probably, but
He's got enough movies to where I could do
Right.
it twice.
Exactly.
even though we don't know if you repeated any.
No, I think the last time I did it, I did the Mexican. I did Fight Club.
I don't think. I don't remember ever hearing you describe.
I
those
might
movies.
have done 7 twice,
Maybe, but
but I think that's the only one. The other one. But someone else did World War Z for their pandemic one. I think that was you, Mara.
yup.
Yeah. Well, all right, folks. This has been fun. This will be it for this episode of the Creatia Conversation. Do not forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creatia World. That is at TheCreatia World. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. Don't forget also, hit the link in our bio here. Get you some merch. Because, you know, we got merch, shirts and shit, leggings, all that stuff. You know, tank top.
Do it.
Egg.
Also, you can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Sharknado, where can they find you?
Always, and we're continuing Instagram and Twitter at Maradashark. That's MARADASHARK.
What about you, Johnny?
Instagram, Twitter, and what else is there?
Snapchat.
Everything.
Snapchat at Johnny Jums,
People still use
JONNYGUMS.
Snapchat. Like
I don't know. I deleted mine recently.
like our age, like still use Snapchat. Like I know my brother.
I got that TikTok.
I
Yeah, I'm
use
like more on
Snapchat for
TikTok.
one reason and one reason only. But
I don't even do that anymore.
it's the only reason why I use it. What was I gonna? He threw me off. Oh, also support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/Creatia World. You know, get the different tiers, get different, fun things. We got a new behind the scenes video coming soon. We also have a couple of our spinoff shows that just came out. So check it out. Support us. Because we need it, or we'll all fall apart. You okay over there, Mar? You having
I'm
a good time?
I am. I just feel weird sitting still. So
Okay.
I also don't want my back to like stiff up. So.
All right. We're going to end it here. We'll catch you all next time. Until then, we out.
Laters.
They can't see you, John. You can say goodbye. Sorry.
Peace up.
Why
A-Town
can't
down.
they? Oh yeah, they can't see me because it's not live.
But also.